Hello. This is my new space, and I'm kind of excited to be here. But I thought it would be super cool to really drive out my brand. And so I've been doing these messages of the week, that sort of thing for quite a while. And I thought to myself, well, why am I not doing melded readings for that? So I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm going to call the melded message of the week. And so we're just going to draw out a few cards to just kind of get a glimpse at what the overall message might be for just anybody watching. Okay. So that's one. So what a melded message is going to do is look at two things. One, I'm using tarot, which will address why things are happening, and then I'm going to use the Lenormand, which will address how things could happen or how things might be influenced in regards to the whys. So this is all interesting stuff. So let me flip it around and you'll see. So here we have past, present, outcome. And Lenormand you don't really read in definition, so I'll read those last. So the Emperor represents the person in power, especially over things like business, or like the influential ruler. Hello, person watching. So the influential ruler who's going to ask you to, hi Kathy, ask you to refine your skills. So this would be the present. Here, this person is literally painting in this little leaf, and this is like the fine detailed work that one person might need to do to just really look at the fine details of what needs to happen and really hone in your skills, really hone in what you need to do. Hi, Xander. So the influential person who's going to ask you to refine your skills, because it's going to lead to your own victory. So here, the Five of Swords is falling in the outcome of victory, so victorious over whatever obstacles might be in your way. So let's look at the meld part. So the influential ruler who's going to be looking very closely at the work that needs to get done. So this could even be you. You are the ruler of your own work, right? So you are the ruler of your own work, and you control your own victory, or the possibility of your own victory. So you need to take a close look at your details. So close inspection of the knowledge of the guiding light, which I think Xander will appreciate is the guiding light part. So the ruler really inspects their work, but they know they can do it. So knowing you can do it is like the guiding light to your victory. So that's kind of like the overall message that is coming through on the cards. I guess I can leave it to questions if people have questions in regards to what that might mean, or what it really entails of what I'm saying. So hi Gwen, I just had some time. I just thought I would kind of use my new space, kind of use it to do something new, and in that process I thought I would do this. So overall the message seems to be that we as our own rulers have the ability to really look at the detailed work that we need to do. All of us have detailed work we need to do. It just depends on where you're at in the moment. But we all know, either unconsciously or consciously, we know, maybe even spiritually know, that we're capable. So you just need to know you're capable on some level. Otherwise, the work wouldn't be in your presence. Like, you wouldn't be offered this in regards to what's ahead of you. And having that guiding light that says the victory is there. So, ooh, I have an idea. So flip this back around. So the victory is there. So look at that. I'm going to do it this way a little bit. So the victory is there, but the light is like at the end of the tunnel. So the sun is like the light at the end of the tunnel, but the victory is almost like at the light at the end of the tunnel. So even when you may feel like giving up, don't, because there's the hope. The hope is the light is at the end of the tunnel, and you will be victorious as long as you head towards that light and live in that light and know that you are capable, willing, and able to do the things that are being presented to you. Okay, questions for the 3 viewers I have watching: Gwen, Xander, Kathy. Feel free. I kind of want this to be interactive as far as, yeah, I did the reading, but I also want to be able to answer questions. No way? Okay. Just feel free to post questions later if you have them. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, and I will see all you beautiful souls sometime in the future. And do pass on the message that I am now here at Prismscapes. I have a room. I am available on the weekends. So if you know anybody looking for a quality reader who does the butterfly provide? Yeah, but tell me more about the melded process. Sure. The melded process for Gwen, who just joined us, is just the bringing together 2 decks. And in this case, I'm bringing together the Tarot and the Lenormand. Let me try to say that again. Lenormand. Hi, Rob. So those are very provide direction to the painter. Kind of, yeah. If you think about the butterfly, well, let me answer Gwen's question first. I'm getting a little sidetracked. So what a melded reading is it brings together 2 divination systems or more. We're bringing together 2. I brought together 2 in this video, where I brought together the Tarot and the Lenormand. And the Tarot kind of answers or provides guidance to the whys of the issue, where the Lenormand represents kind of the hows of what might be happening. So a melded reading is basically bringing together 2 things to really provide more clarity to something that otherwise that clarity might not be there. For example, I'm going to get rid of the Lenormand for a second and go back over the Tarot and show you the difference. And when you look at this video, you'll see. So we'll just do the Tarot. So just the Emperor being the ruler, the need to look at fine details, and the victory that's ahead of you. So if you go back and look at when I did the reading of it together, and I'll actually add it in now that Gwen asked me that, so we'll add it back in. So now we're looking at the ruler that closely inspects the fine details and the knowledge that the light is at the end of the tunnel and the victory is there. So hopefully that shows how just that set of cards added so much and said so much. So to answer Xander, the butterfly, yeah, it's like reading 2 different books that approach the subject through different lenses. Yep, exactly. And then it creates the truth. Well, I don't know if it creates the truth. I think it creates a version of what could be. So when I do readings, I don't tell people I read the future. I tell people I read the possibility of a future, so the possibility of something to come. So there's so many different things that could happen from now till tomorrow that could change all this. If this message resonated with you, then it could change all of it. 100%. Your choices are yours to make. They're not mine to make for you. So to answer the butterfly is all about transformation and change, and that transformation is come in. That transformation is all about knowing that you can transform yourself and transform your ability to create. And Jan just came in, so this Jan is actually the person that I'm subleasing through, and she is just a wonderful person who does guided meditations. So yeah, when you think about the butterfly providing guidance to the painter, it is, because the butterfly is all about transformation, all about change and growth, and knowing that you can transform where you're at now to where you want to be. So hopefully that answers that question and kind of brings forth that butterfly. And Xander says hi. Xander says hi. So anyway, I hope that answers questions. And for you, Xander, I hope that makes more sense. That yes, I'm bringing together two different books in a way that's providing two different outlooks on what could be. But by no means do I ever say this is the truth, because to me, the truth is a matter of where you're perceiving it, and it's not up to me to decide where your perception should be. It's only my job to show you what the guidance could be. So how does the butterfly affect the emperor? So if I'm saying the emperor is you are your own emperor. You're your own ruler of your own world. And if you take control of your change, then how much more power does that give you versus allowing somebody else to choose for you? See what I'm saying here? So you don't allow others to choose for you. Otherwise, that choice is no longer yours, and you allow that choice to no longer be your empowerment. And the emperor should be about your own empowerment. You should be your own power to look closely at your own ability to transform yourself with the knowledge and skill set that you have to know to get to the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, to get to that victory where you're wanting to be. So I love the questions. These are great questions. And so hopefully that makes sense. Like the butterfly can affect so many things. So even think about timelines and the butterfly effect, if you know what I mean. So the butterfly effect is how one little change can change all the outcomes after that point. So one little alteration, one little thing, and Xander's laughing at me because he knows what I'm talking about, but there's a movie about this that has nothing to do with this. So, but the theory is there that if you change one moment in a timeline, you can change all the moments after that. So even in that knowledge, and even if that principle, you look at where we're sitting at now with this grand reading that says you are you have the ability to empower yourself with your own skill set if you look close enough to the knowledge that you have to get to that victory at the end. So that hopefully makes more sense to all of you. I'm going to wrap up just in case Jan needs the room, but I want to thank you all, and I will do this at least once a week, maybe not on Tuesdays. I gotta remember what day it is, but probably on Sundays more likely. So tune in Sundays, send people this way, tell them I'm amazing and Jan's amazing. Later.